but I'm going to bring it up here. It's called My Commitment to Real Estate Journey. Hey, good morning. This is Ty Sherwood. Michael's here with me. We're going to do the 10 by 10 goals session for Real Estate Wholesalers Investment Club. And just want to give a shout out to Justin Shamness.
Hello,
Ju
Justin.
Thank you, Justin,
Thank you,
for
Justin. Thank you, Justin.
being having the heart of a teacher and sharing your club with us and vice versa. If you guys are interested in real estate or making money through guts sales, don't hesitate to jump on justinchamness.com or realestatewholesalersclub.com. And we're going to go through 10 by 10 goals today. So let me share that real quick with you. Just a little background. I've been doing this for almost a year. We started last March, April. Justin just wanted to get some more help with some things in the club, add some value. And I said, hey, I want to learn more about goals and do more goal setting. And I come across this 10 by 10 by Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy is, if you don't know him, he's well renowned in business world for business teaching goals, and he's worked for many Fortune 500 companies. He's really a guru of sales, and he's written a number of books. But here's the premise of this: is um, write write your goals every day for 10 days, and um, so you just need a notebook, and you write your goals out. So a fifth grader would understand. Then you write them again the next day without looking at the previous day, and then you do it 8 more times. And the magic of this is just figuring out what you want really and getting clarity about your goals. And that's where I was. I was post-divorce, and I was like, God, I didn't pitch myself in the situation, but at the same time, I realized I got to take responsibility, and what better way to take responsibility than to get some things done, write out my goals, start working on them every day, and continue to learn as well, which is basically the golden triangle. If you're not aware of the golden triangle, Brian Tracy talks about the golden triangle also. And it's basically those three things. The top of the triangle being take responsibility and work on your mindset. And then what are we taking responsibility for? We're taking responsibility for our goals. And while we're doing our goals, the third part of the triangle is continue to learn. So continual learning. And as you continue to learn and grow, you continue to apply that to your mindset and to your goals. It's a triangle going round and round, per se. And some of the bases I like to use for my goals is I call my core four, and that's gym, church, work. Work's a good place to go. I always tell my kids, go do
Hmm.
some work. And the bank. We will go to the bank to make memories and have some fun. So, because that's why we're here, man. Enjoy life, and of course we're gonna have fun doing it all. But sometimes I think I struggle with the work, the gym part, working out. It's not always fun, but it's definitely worth it. So same with church, like I go to church, I enjoy it. Sometimes I don't want to go. The holidays were tough because there's so many people and everything, but I I went to my men's Bible study, and it's kind of like where you can open up and just relax, and that makes a difference. But it's important to get your mind right, and reading books is important too. You could put that in the church category. Read 10 pages a day. You want to keep your mind, Warren Buffett, smartest guy out there, probably. He's reading all the time. Same with, the Bill Gates and it says readers are leaders, right? You've heard that before. But even in my car, like I don't listen to music in my car, I listen to a book. Sometimes I listen to music for sure, just to go for a ride or in the evening or weekends. But during the day when I'm working and wanting to learn something, I just started a new book called 12 Week Year. It's about working your plans for the year in 12 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. I hope to share more of that as I get through it. But so let's get to the meat of this all. And we're gonna I want to talk about some of the goals that we have in the club this January and February and so on. So Michael's here with me and he actually asked about some of the goals of the club. So let me bring that up right now. My commitment journey. I don't know if I have a blank page of this or not, but this is what it looks like. Michael, I don't know if you found it. Edit to fit your goals. Of course, you could change this. I crossed a bunch of this out because I've been going through it, but this is available through the club, the launch, get a playbook together. You want to learn real estate investing. Um, you just basically you write down the dates that you're doing these things. I commit to learning about real estate. We talked about learning. I joined the coaching club. I finished Justin's course. All these, oops, I could actually here clean it up a little bit for you. Take off these check marks. So these are just, and then right here is, where we do the text blasting. You see, you got your 25 scrapes per month, working on one or two deals a month to gain momentum. So wanted to mention some of these things. So if you need a copy of that, I'll get you a copy or figure out how to get a copy to you. But let's get back to my 10 by 10 today and with Brian Tracy. Let's see. And there's basically three rules to the 10 by 10. So you're just going to get a notebook like that. I have this composition notebook. You can get a yellow pad. Actually, I use Google Keep also. You're just going to write 10 by 10 on there and you're going to write your goals down and you want to put them, there's basically the special rules of it is we call it the 3P formula, and that's make your goals present, make them positive, and make them personal. And basically, how that looks is they start with I statement. So, for example, I weigh a certain amount of weight instead of I want to lose a certain amount of pounds because I lose is a negative, I weigh is a positive. That's the example. And then we have uh, another example is I want to quit smoking. Instead of saying I want to quit smoking, you say I'm a non-smoker. So that's the positive spin on that. And the personal is there's other statements. I earn, I weigh, I achieve, I win, I drive such and such a car, I own such and such a house, I travel. So they're I statements. Um, and then if you want, you could put a date on it. Like I earn average of 5,000 per month by a certain date. And that makes your mind work faster and harder. The most important thing with the goals is like they say there's no unrealistic goals. There's just unrealistic time frames. If you ever heard that before, but basically saying you can accomplish your goal. Sometimes the time frame might be not be correct. You just make adjustments as you go. So, I did write down some things for today I wanted to share personally, and I'll bring that up. I usually use Google Keep for this and written down. some of the things I wanted to talk about when it comes to real estate. Um, and that's the, of course, you have your vision overall, but the 110-3-1 is important. You look at 100 properties, s- contracts on 10, uh, put the contracts out, and you get one. That's just a formula from rich dad, poor dad. The fastest way to money. That's what I was thinking about today, being the new year and everything. Uh, Justin has a video called Am I Okay? And he talks about being okay. And it sounds like a minutia thing that's not real important, but when you're talking to people about buying their house, you want to be okay to talk about buying people's houses, if that makes sense. So make sure your home life or whatever else is going on in your life is set up to where you're okay. You're okay to do the business. And then you put in the hours. You can put in 2 hours per day, 4 hours over the weekends. That's basically 10, 15 hours a week. I talked about this earlier, the core four, the gym, not getting physical. I weigh a certain amount of weight. And then church, your heart, mind, soul. Keep those things uh, healthy. Yeah, ministry, and I got ministry goals, and then read 10 pages a day. And you got work your 2 hours a day. You got multiple businesses. Don't quit your day job before you do the real estate. Find a way to do the real estate after hours and on the weekends until you're making money. Recommended. That's recommended from the club also. I work with people that feed me. It's good to work with other people that feed you, like realtors and other investors, local people, friends and family. Let people know that you're doing the business and what you do. And then the 110-3-1 again. I mentioned that earlier already. That's just looking at properties. I mean, it's just a formula to look at a lot of properties. Know the market. If you're in a different market, like we do, like I do Texas, I do Colorado, and those markets, you want to get to know the markets, know the prices and everything. It helps, but you don't have to necessarily. Jim Rohn says, I work part-time and make a full-time income. Want to hear my story? This is, of course, when he was in network marketing. He was like, it's good to work part-time. He didn't want to go full-time. Jim Rome didn't want to go full-time because his story was so powerful working part-time. Hey, I work part-time business. I make full-time income. You want to hear my story? And then he would share his story with the audience and so on and so forth. Very powerful. Um, and then let's see. Bank, fun and memories. I got mental health environment down here because I was thinking about your environment, how important your environment is. Make sure you have a workspace, like where you work in a dedicated workspace to work on your real estate. Awareness, the 10 by 10. Make sure we're going to discover that today. Plan the steps I'm taking every day to get there. And it's important to have goals, but more important is to have the plan, take steps every day. And of course, systems is important. We have the leads reacher. Thank God. It's an awesome system. And then the intention, what do you really want? And that's what we're going to talk more about today also. Environment, I already touched on that. And then pie is you promote, invite, expose. This is more for if you have another business, you always want to promote it, invite people, and expose to people. So those are just some notes I jotted down earlier, just did some brain dumping. Let's get back to the 10 by 10. And so with that, let's see, just gonna need a blank sheet of paper and you're gonna write down 10 by 10 and three P's are positive, personal, Is the other one. Present. So present, positive, personal. And I'm going to do it right now. And I just encourage you to do it too, Michael. You have any questions right now for me? Or
Nope.
so just right now, it's just a brain dump. So this is what helped me s- back in like April, March, I mentioned, because it was just I had to get stuff out of my head on the paper. I'm like, where am I doing? Where am I going? What do I want out of life? So I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to let you do it. So here, just take 5, 10 minutes and just write down whatever comes to your mind. You want to start with I statements. I weigh, I drive, I own, I coach, I minister. So go ahead. I'm gonna grab my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna finish it up with you.
Okay.
All right, how we doing?
I just got them.
Good timing. All right, cool. I
Perfect
got
timing.
mine too. I just typed mine out here. Um, and so I'll share mine. You're welcome to share yours too. But and then there's the exercise we do afterwards. It's really powerful. So here mine real fast. I got my gym goal, and I go to the gym 3, 4 times a week. Um, Try to do something every day if it's walking, even if it's walking.
Okay.
But I want to lose some weight, but to put a positive spin on it, I want to weigh 250 by the summertime, and then I want to do a lease purchase in Maricopa by June. It's basically buy another house or a new house. Uh, I help 5 people consistently get 5 deals in 5 markets. That's I want to do that consistently. I talk to 5 people a day about real estate. That's just it could be follow up, it could be a guy at the store, it could be anything. Just get it out and continue to talk about it. And that's what, hey, this is what I do. People ask me, hey, what do you do? Kind of elevator speech and or just solidify it in your mind. I work with people that feed me, and this is with realtors. I mentioned that earlier, wholesalers, other people in the business. This is more about a local market. I own 2 homes, one at the beach. This is my dream, really, is to be a sunbird, uh, to go when it gets hot. I'm in Arizona, so it gets really hot here, and I want to go north for the winter, but it's really north for in the summer, or to the beach. I'd rather be at the beach than the mountains, but uh, I want to drive a new M5. It's a sports car, and I already have an RX, but just want to upgrade that. Something fun. I coach and disciple others through F3 Nation. This is fitness, faith, and fellowship. It's a men's group, basically. I help Posh is people, orphans, single moms, and homeless. And
Mm.
then I traveled to Italy summer. I was in Italy 2016. I want to go back, so I want to take another trip back to Italy. It's my big audacious goal. So, where are you at with them all, Michael?
Well, I'm going to start with my last one
Okay,
because number 10 says I continue to discover more personal goals. And
okay,
then after that, now I got four more after that. So that worked.
sure,
So anyway, I'm starting at the top. I drive a good looking, unbroken, clean car.
okay,
I regularly daily exercise. I get regular daily exercise. And I make 2000 income from real estate. That's a low goal, but I figure I should be able to make that.
sure.
And I live in a clean, organized, minimalized house, meaning, no clutter and stuff I don't need and stuff I'm saving in case I might need it someday.
Yeah, the hoarding. Yeah, I gotcha.
Hoarding, hoarding. Okay, yeah. So my dad he had so much stuff when he passed.
Yeah.
Actually, we got it all done before he passed. But I can tell you a funny story because we had a garage sale and we had prices on everything. He set the prices and everything.
Hmm.
And one guy come up and said, "Well, for that wheelbarrow, you're asking 30, but I'll give you 15 for it." He says, "Well,
Uh-huh.
actually, then now it's 40."
Oh, dang.
Isn't
Let's
that
change the
funny?
price. Yeah.
But I thought that was so funny.
Hard
Anyway,
negotiator. Right.
yeah. Um, Anyway, I have a clean and organized and minimalized office. Same
Okay.
problem
Good.
there. Stacks of papers everywhere. I attend regular AA and Bible study groups,
Okay.
and I operate my four businesses in a balanced routine and schedule. So
It's good. I
my
like that
plan
one.
is that I want to have like I have terms things, and I also make calls for commercial stuff,
Oh, okay.
apartment buildings. But I have enough time during the day by using the DFY. So I signed up for the DFY.
Okay.
So I got that starting, I guess maybe today. And so I don't have to spend all that time because I'm one of these people that digs in and has to become an expert on everything. So I spent weeks and weeks and weeks trying to figure out, yeah, and analyzing and getting it so that I could run
Hmm.
Leads Reacher the right way with my
Sure.
leads and my smart lists and everything and the whole opportunity stuff. And so I got
Right.
it set up pretty cool. So I can go through there pretty fast now. But but now I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. So that gives me time to
Yeah. It's just some
make a few
work
calls on other
smarter.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
So
It's awesome. It's really awesome.
I keep a thank you. I keep a communication open with my friends and family and with cards and calls and stuff. I tend to isolate and, procrastinate those calls, that
Hmm.
connection, that I need to make. So I need to change that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I continue to send unwanted items to my daughter. Okay, my daughter, she lives in Texas. She's 19,
Okay.
and she and her husband, and she likes to wear big men's shirts. So I outgrew because I used to weigh a lot of shirts. She wants
Right.
me to send her. I was just getting ready to take them over to Goodwill. I got, I don't know, 30 shirts,
Yeah.
and they're nice too. And she's gonna
Okay.
love those. So anyway, I gotta send. And she said, anything you don't want, send it to me first. So I got a lot of stuff here I don't want. And I continue to discover more personal goals, and that's why I wrote that. Okay, then here's my crazy. I forget what you call that. High, lofty goal. Okay,
Hairy, audacious. Yeah. Be
audacious.
BHAG. Yeah.
I get my pilot's license.
Oh, wow.
I've
That's
always
awesome.
dreamed of that. And I own a home on land in Texas.
Okay.
And I talk to 30 people a day about real estate.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So, and I own a home on the beach because you said so.
Because I said so. I think there's nothing like waking up with those waves, man. I
Oh
don't know
my
if it's be
goodness.
Airbnb or
Yeah,
yeah.
I love the beach. Yeah. I used to live in Santa Cruz and
Oh, okay.
there's nothing like the ocean. Nothing
Right.
like it. I like Pacific Coast. I actually live in Gilbert.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
Yeah, right on. We'll have to get together sometime when
yeah.
I'm up in Phoenix or something, or if you ever come down this way. It's not too far.
Were you in Maricopa?
Pima. I'm in Pima, Tucson.
Oh, Tucson. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Well, here's the last part of this, Brian. Of course, we talked about it at the beginning. We'll pull it up here. Is you want to continue to write, your 10 goals, repeat it the following day on a blank sheet of paper, and then you do it 8 more times. That's the 10 by 10. So 10 goals, 10
Okay.
days. All right.
Yep.
Now, the magic of this is you're going to start seeing the same goals pop up the next day. And, there might be some the same, might be some different. And then so on and so forth. And you'll start getting a rhythm going with what the 10 most are important to you.
Yeah.
I like to split it up. Sometimes where you have your personal goals in there as well, but you also have business goals. So you have personal, maybe five personal, five business, if that makes sense. And then now if you take a look at your list right now, is there any this is where the magic is. Is there anything that pops out at you that if you get it done in the next 12 months, that would dramatically be change your life? It would be awesome. Like looking at your list, what would be the one goal that pops out?
Well, everything really hinges on number three. I make 2,000 income from real estate because once I hit that,
Gotcha.
then everything's gonna just open up.
Okay. And then from there, so you have that, and let's see, you would just decide what you want. So that's your decision. You write it down, make it that, you basically do the technique. Forget what it's called right off the bat, but you set a deadline, make a list, organize your list first things first, take action, and do something every day for that. So I could share that with you. That's just Brian Tracy's 7 Steps to Success
Oh, okay.
with the one goal that pops out. Um, so that would be so mine is see, get back to mine. Mine is just helping 5 people get 5 deals in 5 markets.
Nice.
That's I got that one.
Helping others.
Yeah, I think that's, Zig Ziglar talks about it a lot. Um, says help enough other people get what they want, and
Yeah.
you'll get what you want. Really good. His "See You at the Top" is really good. I don't know if you ever got through that book. "See You at the Top." It's powerful. But
Seed at the top.
see you at the
Oh,
top.
oh, oh,
Like "See You at the Top." Zig Ziglar. Um, it's a phenomenal book. I should probably go through it like every year. It's like one of those ones you um
I gotta get it.
yeah, it's they have a 25-year anniversary right now, but it's you can pick it up for 10, $15 or whatever.
What if they have it on Audible?
I found it on YouTube, like for
Nice.
free. So it was on
Nice.
YouTube for free. Uh, share that with the group or with you as well. But yeah, that's awesome. So you got your 2000 a month. Is that cash flow or cash or
Cash flow. Yeah.
consistently? Yeah, that's awesome. That's your nut, I'm guessing, right?
That's my net. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Right on. Well, yeah, I like to close out and just a couple stories. There's a crab bucket syndrome where, we're always trying to get out of the crab bucket,
That's me.
and other people in your life are pulling you down because they don't want you to get ahead. So you got to be careful of the people you hang out with. I mentioned that earlier too. Your environment is very important.
Hmm.
Your
Yeah.
desk and everything that where you do business is important. You want to be able to return phone calls, keep your word. Those are very important. And with your goals, just be careful who you share them with because some people we call it letting the air out of the balloon. You want to
Hmm.
keep some of the goals close to your heart. It's okay to share them, of course, but other people are gonna like in that crab bucket. They're gonna try to pull you down into
Hmm.
the bucket. So be aware of that, and then just continue to build faith. We all have stories. I use other people's stories like Justin's and Claude Diamond. I mean, if on Mondays Claude Diamond has a call, it's phenomenal about guts. And this guy is like my hero. I just like going through this 12-week yearbook. I actually wrote down some things on those guys because I mean, Justin's done over 600 some deals, and he likes sandwiches, the sandwich deals, and that's,
Me too.
and then you have Claude, who he lives in Colorado, and he lives in San Diego, so he goes from the mountains to the beach, and that's one of my goals as well. So I got a combination of their stories, and you have your story too. You know what your story is going to be. So be encouraged, keep the faith up is basically what I'm saying is you want to be able to to always pump pump that pump that through you, every day is keep the faith. The Bible says faith comes by hearing the word of God. I think it's important that faith comes by the testimony, of real estate, really. That's why we want to read the books and do the important things to keep our minds on the positive spin, you know. So yeah, I
Awesome.
appreciate you being here, man. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
We'll be back again next week. I'm gonna do get with Justin also and see how we can tailor it more towards real estate and goals. But it's been awesome for me the last 8 months or so, just doing this and getting everything out of here on the paper and just
Sure.
getting some clarity, getting some vision. And like I'm reading that book, 12 Week Year, and I'm sure I'll get some more from that as well because they talk about basically urgency, and from what I read so far, a lot about execution. Execution and urgency is most important because we think with our goals, hey, we have all this time to do our goals. What if we didn't have time? You know, it's like
Hmm.
the most important. My friend, he's a part of a mountain bike club, and he goes like twice a month to these beautiful places like Moab and Utah and different places to go, and he gets more done in the last like 3 days before the trip. You know what I mean? It's like he has to get all this stuff done in order for him to go,
Hmm.
but it puts on him that sense of urgency, and it's like, hey, what do we need to get done, today by Friday or by next Friday, and it gives us a sense of urgency of doing the execution. So I'll bring more of that in as we go along. But it's been a pleasure. If there's anything
Yeah.
else, you have a great
No,
day and a good weekend. We'll talk to you
thank you.
soon. We'll see you on the
Okay.
chat. All right.
Thanks, Jai. Thanks, Ty.
All right.